locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day's going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, starting off the work week with some absolutely gorgeous weather. We owe it all to a high-pressure system, which is over western Quebec province, well up in Canada, and an upper-level high pressure that has been just keeping everything away from us. Whatever has tried to work its way across the continental United States has run into a stone wall, so to speak, and everything seems to be working up north. So once it moves into the Central Plains, it takes almost a direct north course, a lot of these systems, and go up through the Dakotas and up into Canada and loop up around the state of Michigan. So at this stage of the game, looks as though the dry weather has been with us, is going to continue for the next several days. As I said, a nice weekend, very quiet, cloudy overnight in some cases, but very mild conditions, some fog around. Sprinkles around early Saturday morning, but they didn't last much at all. Nothing of any measurable consequence. And very quiet overnight last night with foggy conditions. Our base 50 growing degrees right now, hitting about 2350, 2375. So they're a little slower than what I would think we'd like, but still it's heading in the right direction. And it looks as though our crops are maturing rather nicely as we move into the fall months here. Low pressure system right now is over the Dakotas, but again, that low is pretty much sitting right where it's at, if not actually moving a little bit to the north. And then there's another low pressure system that's over the Carolinas. It's over the Carolina coast, sitting there, and it's going to stay there for the next several days. So we are looking at a pretty good chance of seeing some precipitation in both North and South Carolina, as well as the Virginias, as that system just kind of sits there and festers. There is another system that's out in the Atlantic. We'll keep our eye on it. Does appear as though that system is going to become a tropical storm as we approach the weekend and move into the work week next week. We'll just have to keep our eye on it right now. Matthew, we're off to a pretty good start as far as our temperatures go. Where are we at right now?
Currently, over at the airport, it's mostly sunny at 70 degrees. Over in Midland, it's mostly sunny at 72. Here, Radio Center, it's mostly sunny at 70. We have northeast winds at 5 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.29, and it's rising.
Hot spot in the state right now is Pontiac, looking at 77. Detroit is talking 76 degrees. We've got a lot of 74s and 75s, even in northern Michigan and up in the Upper Peninsula as well. 80 degrees with mostly sunny skies. That's what we're going to be looking at as we move into the afternoon hours. Clear skies tonight. Once again, some foggy conditions. We'll drop down to right around 52. That's average for this time of the year. The average high is 74. So, yeah, we're running a good 5 to 7 degrees above normal when it comes to those afternoon highs. We're going to be looking at a little bit of a breeze out of the northeast, right around 10 miles per hour. That will stick around with us tonight. We'll be looking at an east breeze at about 10 miles per hour as well, with those clear skies. And during the day tomorrow, still a northeast breeze. It'll be light, but it'll be there. Sunshine, 80 degrees for a high. Some of you will actually be a little bit warmer than that. Then clear skies tomorrow night with a low of 54. Again, an east breeze. Sun will set this evening at 7:46 and rise tomorrow morning at 7:15. Now, moving into Wednesday, we're going to be looking once again at mostly sunny skies, 82 for a high, 55 for a low. The wind is going to be changing just a little bit. It'll be coming out of the southwest, but not very strong, 5, 6, 7 miles per hour. That's going to be it. For the day on Thursday, we're looking for mostly sunny skies still. Temperatures in that low 80-degree range. Clear skies, maybe a few more clouds around on Thursday night. with a low of 58. There will be a low pressure system in the central part of the continental United States that's going to try to work its way toward us, but I don't think it's going to have much luck at all. Temperatures will cool down just a little bit as we approach the weekend. Mid 70s for a high on Friday. Partly cloudy skies around, but I think for the most part still sunny. Partly cloudy on Saturday. 74, 75, 76 for a high. Nighttime lows are still going to be in that low 50-degree range. Then moving into Monday or Sunday, we'll have partly cloudy skies, upper 70s for a high. But then later in the day on Sunday night, we'll have a chance of seeing some shower activity simply because that low in the central part of the country is not going to go away. It's going to try to work its way toward us. Record high in this date is 95. That was set back in 1937 and tied in 1939. The record low of 38. That was set in 1949 and tied in 1964. The warmest ever, 15th of September. You got to go back to 1927. 94 was our high, 71 was our low. The coolest ever, 1959, 52 was our high, 40 was our low. Incidentally, a year ago, our high was 87 and our low was 58. We had no precipitation to talk about. And back in 1999 on this date, out at the airport, they recorded a trace of snow. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Incidentally, long range to take us all the way through the 28th is for our temperatures to continue to average much above normal. Precipitation values at or below normal for this time of the year. More on that weather. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have today?
Coming up next, we have Gary Kaufman from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Well, before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Roof Max. AskBenHow.com. I did, and I'm very happy that I did. Basically, what he did was he took a look at the roof. There's a free roof assessment here that you go through, and he'll recommend a number of options. One of them being you don't have any problems at all. Number two, you need a new roof. Or number three, hey, your roof isn't all that bad, but let me extend some of the years on that roof. And they can do it. It restores the flexibility, extends the life of the roof, and you will save thousands of dollars and one big headache. You know, you maintain your equipment. Well, your roof needs to be taken care of too. And that's why Roof Max is here. That's why AskBenHow.com is the surefire way to make sure that if you do have that procedure put on your roof, it will be done correctly and it will be done the way you'd like it to be. 989-859-6751. That's the telephone number. AskBenHow.com, because remember, a little care today is going to save you a whole lot more tomorrow. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Gary, hope you had a nice weekend.
Well, yeah, that was just a picture-perfect September weekend, Terry, for sure.
Boy, we couldn't do much better than that. Maybe it would have been nice to have a little rain shower at night, but well, I'll take the dry weather. I'm able to get a little bit more done.
Well, that's a fact, and that's good for all the dry bean producers. As that harvest is getting into full harvest mode, and maybe the hot warm weather is getting some of those varieties a little bit on the dry side, but weather like this keeps that quality very nice. So
Yeah, I'm amazed at how many people are working in hay right now.
oh, isn't that something?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't had weather like this all summer. So
Yeah, exactly.
they're able to catch up a little bit on some of that late sprouting alfalfa out there. And that's some really good stuff, hot, top quality stuff right now. Gary, report came out on Friday. What was the fallout of that?
Well, just looking through the headlines here, one of the surprises on this report seems to be the adjustment to the acres in the past two reports, Terry. I mean, and we're talking corn here, of course, and but now the acres they're saying it's 98% certified, and it's highly unlikely we'll see any more adjustments in the planting acres moving forward. What we'll see moving forward is the harvested acres would be adjusted in the future, but we have the largest corn acres in 92 years going back to 1933. So we have to see if that is true, becomes to fruition or not. But it's interesting to see, how bearish the corn report was Friday, and we got a 10-cent push upward. So it's just like the markets are saying, okay, we got a lot of dryness, we got a lot of disease pressure. There's concerns in lower yields. So the market traders are saying, is the USDA report data, is that true or not true? So there's a lot of misconception going on in Chicago as far as reading through the lines on corn. Soybeans, pretty much neutral, I guess, to slightly bearish. The yield was reduced just about 1/10 of a bushel to 53.5. Carryout was up about 10 million bushel to 300 million bushel. It's like corn. There's still a lot of debate on yield and demand with the lack of Chinese purchases or trade deal. So that'll keep prices in check. And then wheat, for the most part, was a follower. There's more world production, especially in the Black Sea. They're talking Ukraine, Russia, increased in production there on wheat. So that's going to keep wheat kind of tabled for now until we get to that small grain summary report on the 30th of September here. We'll get more information on wheat and plantings and that nature in that report.
So right now on the board, what do you have, Gary?
Yeah, right now let's call cash wheat up a penny, $5 on the white, $4.25 on the red. We go out a year to 2026. That's up a penny as well at $5.53 on the white, $4.68 on the red. Cash and new crop corn is currently down 6 at $3.59, and cash and new crop soybeans down 2, Terry, at $9.59.
You have a good day, Gary. Thanks a lot.
I will. You too. Thanks, Terry.
Will do. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The Market Report brought to you by Thumb Bank, working with agriculture since 1895. 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay. They keep up with the changes in agriculture as well as those industry trends and the effects that it's going to have on your operation. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And by Legendary Tree Care, tree trimming, tree removal, you need them. No job is too big, no job is too small. They are fully licensed and insured, and they do specialize in those big projects. LegendaryTreeCare.com or like them on Facebook. Doug Klein, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, not too bad. How's things shaking down?
Well, we got a lot going on this week for sure. The Fed's going to have their announcement on Wednesday. Kind of say it's baked in for a quarter point. We'll see if that matters up or down. Maybe if he wants to solidify his job, he might cut a half. That would be really good for the stock market. That so-called relentless bull market. Not words, but it's kind of interesting. The S&P hit an all-time high today. NASDAQ hit an all-time high today. The NASDAQ 100 hit an all-time high today. Like I said, it's super interesting. France got a downgrade on their debt, so their interest rates are going up, especially their government debt. And so they're in a little bit of a bind over there with their socialism and all that stuff going on. What else? Google hit an all-time high today. There's a broken record. Food stocks are still in trouble. McCormick hit an another low today. Same thing, Treehouse Foods, J&J Snack Foods, goes right down the list. And the gold stocks are doing fine, and the banks are doing fine, and I'll leave it at that. Here's your numbers. The December corn is 424 and a quarter, down 5 3/4. March corn 441 3/4, down 5 1/2. November soybeans 1044 and a quarter, down 2. The January soybeans 1063 and a quarter, also down 2. The December wheat is 525, up 1 1/2. And the March wheat is 542 and a quarter, up 1 1/4. The crude oil is 62.73, up 54 cents. Heating oil 232 and a half, up 4 cents. Gasoline is 195, that's up 2 cents. Natural gas is 325, that's up 4.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.38 Canadian, that's down 35 ticks. The dollar buys 147.36 yen, that's down 30 ticks. The euro is at 117.60, up 27 ticks. The dollar is at 97.35, down 20 ticks. No new highs in precious metals, but they're all up today. Gold is at 36.76, up $18.70. Silver's at 42.55, up 7 cents. Platinum's 14.31.20, that's up $3.60. And copper's at 465, up 6.2 cents.
All righty, Doug. Thank you.
Okay.
Phew.
See ya.
See you tomorrow. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farmers, landscapers, contractors, business owners, everybody kind of gets lumped into one category when you're talking with the folks at Foster Blue Water Oil and Blue Flame Propane, because they can make sure that your vehicles operate to peak efficiency. You will get more power, faster cold starts, maximum lubricity, and up to 8% improved fuel economy with extreme diesel from Power Service, and it's available at Foster Blue Water Oil. Remember, quality products and services that keep you moving forward. They supply oil, fuel, propane, lubricants, diesel exhaust fluid, and energy services, and they've been doing it for over 80 years. Foster Blue Water Oil and Blue Flame Propane. Bringing you now Rob Stoutenberg from Michigan Sugar Company. Rob, good morning.
Morning, Terry. How you doing?
Hey, we're not doing too bad. Looks like the guys are still digging. Can they get those wheels in the ground?
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to get those wheels in the ground. I wish we had a little bit of rainfall to help, soften things up so they can get in the ground a little bit easier.
What's it doing to our sugar content right now, Rob?
Right now, things are looking pretty good. With the less precipitation, the sugar tends to spike a little bit because, the beet's not as swollen. But everything I've been seeing so far, things are looking good. We're on track for a good year. I just hope, I miss those colder temps and a little bit of precipitation.
As far as any tips that our growers should be aware of?
I would say just keep doing everything they're doing. And, if they run into a sticky situation, whether something in the field or defoliation, reach out to a person of the Michigan Sugar team. We'll meet you in the field and try to figure out the best solution to move forward.
Because at this stage of the game, it looks as though everybody is, taking a little at a time. I'm seeing a lot of trucks on the road.
Oh yeah, we're still in early dig. We haven't set a date for permanent pile or storage season yet. So, everyone, once their slot comes up, they dig their allotted acres and they wait for their next turn to go out and dig.
Tonnage wise, I know it's really early in the season, but what are you hearing?
Ooh, that is a wide-ranging topic. From last week, anywhere from 17 ton in some fields to some in over 30. It's hard to say. It's on a field-by-field basis, but overall, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, and for this early in the season, that's amazing.
Oh, yes, sir.
Rob, always good to talk. We'll talk to you again next week, okay?
All right. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Rob Stoutenberg with Michigan Sugar Company. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Everything is looking toward harvest and getting that soil prepared for next year, or maybe you're going to be putting some weed in. If you've got questions, if you've got concerns, Might be a very good time to get a hold of Vic Huffer over at Freeland Bean and Grain. Remember, they are your Dairyland seed headquarters as well. Serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983, Freeland Bean and Grain. Going to take a break, and then, Matthew, who do we have up next?
Coming up next, we have Jerry Samalski from the Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville.
But first, this.
Farmers need a grain bin, equipment, a new farm shop, or cattle barn? United Producers Credit Services has been serving the lending needs of farmers since 1932 and now offers a flexible leasing program with 100% financing, flexible terms, and added tax benefits. Even the upfront project costs like concrete, plumbing, and electrical can be included in the entire financing package. To learn more, call United Producers Loan Officer Ashley Culp at 989-430-3424 or visit uproducers.com.
Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's VSET, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions.
Along with us, Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. And Jerry, I've seen some people doing work outside in the backyard.
Yeah, Terry, right now we can be dividing those perennials and getting those all set and moving, spacing them out after they've been in for a few years and thinning them out. Now is a great time, although again, with the weather, I would suggest that you water them in for a few days in advance. Make sure the soil is good and moist so that the plants are well hydrated before you start moving them. I hate to sound like a broken record, Terry, but it is dry out there. Lawns are already going dormant again in the middle of September. I can't believe that we've got such a pattern. And we're not looking for anything really all week long, are we?
No, not at all. Next best chance, they say, is going to be maybe Sunday.
Yeah, and for what I'm seeing too, they're not expecting a lot. So water is really important. We're starting to see some leaves turning color already, which is early. But again, I think the drought stress is showing, and I'm wondering with the drought stress that we have, our local fall color may not be as vibrant as it normally is.
No, I think you're right there. Jerry, we'll talk to you again tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir, Terry.
All righty. Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Over to the law office of Jerry Reif we go right now. Jerry, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. Coming up tomorrow, you've got a big seminar.
Yes, we're going to have a lot of fun. The message we're trying to portray is that the worst thing that anybody can do when it comes to their estate planning and different succession plans and that type of thing is procrastination. We all have a clock that's ticking. We don't know when it's going to stop ticking. You want to be prepared, and that's what our workshop's all about tomorrow. Are you prepared? Do you have your house in order, so to speak? I mean, we live in a free country, but what comes with that is a responsibility to take care of your own business. And it seems like the only thing that's constant in life is change, which can be to your advantage. There's been new laws, new rules, new regulations, and I see that as an opportunity, not an obstacle. So at this seminar, bring your questions. That's number one. I've been doing this for quite a while and haven't been stumped yet, and I'm looking forward to it. It's tomorrow at 2 o'clock at Capolco Building, Capolco on Cabaret Trail. That's south of McCarty and west of Bay. To give you some idea where it is, it's Capolco. These days, of course, ELGA Credit Union is now involved. We're going to be doing that seminar at 2 o'clock. And in order to get an appointment, etc., our phone number is 989-790-1461. Or you can go to our website, jerryreiflawyer.com. It's Jerry, Jerry, Reif, REIF, lawyer.com. So we'd be happy to have you there. As Vicki tells me that we're filling up pretty fast.
Yeah, you are. Very good, Jerry. Thank you so much. You have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Will do. Jerry Reif. Last Monday, a special event took place up in the Pinconning area at Mr. Chips. The importance of agriculture was on display. With more, here's C.J. Miller.
If you've ever ordered a Big Mac, Quarter Pounder, or a Spicy McChicken from McDonald's, you may not know that the pickles on it probably came from right here in Michigan.
As a McDonald's system, we're purchasing 54 million pounds of cucumbers. And Mr. Chips in Pinconning, they provide all those cucumbers and pickles for us.
And that's Sean Saputo, an owner-operator of McDonald's. Michigan is one of the leading producers of pickles in the U.S., which is why McDonald's held a special farm-to-table event Monday at the Mr. Chips production facility in Pinconning, just north of Saginaw, to honor the many Michigan growers, suppliers, and community members who all play a key role in bringing farm fresh ingredients to McDonald's restaurants all across the country.
We purchase about 28 million pounds of apples that end up in the Happy Meals with the apple slices and baked goods. We have over 102 million pounds of pork, which helps us make the Egg muffin and the sausage muffin. Nearly 1 million pounds of beef raised and processed throughout the state of Michigan. 3.7 million pounds of butter that's used on our pancakes, our biscuits, 127 million pounds of corn, and 45 million pounds of soy. Can't forget Herbrooks with our about 52 million dozen eggs that we purchase on an annual basis that are fresh cracked every single day. Those are just key ingredients that support the menu, the livestock, to keep the supply chain strong.
Sean adds that McDonald's is proud to support Michigan farmers and your local community.
The thing that we try to preach the most is when you are eating in a McDonald's restaurant, when you're visiting a McDonald's restaurant in the state of Michigan, you are supporting a local family-owned business. You're supporting Michigan agriculture and the small business, the small family farms that allow us to provide these great products to our guests. You're supporting more than just big brand McDonald's. You're supporting your local communities.
We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.